Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. I'm so sorry that my videos are taking a long time to upload. It's because I have the data restrictions, so it's just the way it is. So we just gotta go slow and just be patient with me, okay? So anyway, let's get a message. Let's get a little prayer in first. So, Holy Spirit, Holy Ancestors, Holy Spirit guides, please give us a clear and concise message for the collective today. What is it they need to know? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. All negative energy projections will be returned to sender, dissolved in the ether or deemed ineffective, however the Holy Spirit sees fit, okay? So last night, I was actually in bed and what was it I was doing? Oh yeah, like I was just sort of like dozing off, and then it was like, oh, I just woke up with cough, 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 and my throat chakra was like, I was just coughing, right? So what I got was like somebody, and I think the reading a couple of days ago had something to do with somebody was targeting somebody's voice, right? So somebody was negatively projecting, and it was happening while I was moving into my sleep state. So make sure that your protections are up before you go to sleep, okay? You know, say your little prayers before bed, and you know, sage clean the energy intentionally. Intentionally that your chakras are protected, and especially the crown chakra for dreams, all right? So somebody could be targeting somebody's dreams. And that can also mean somebody's dreams, you know, like, not like necessarily like dreams like in the dream state, although that is definitely very relevant. I mean like dreams, things that people want to do, you know, like the dreams that they have for their lives, you know, that kind of thing. So somebody could be targeting that, and somebody's throat chakra, because that's something to do with that. All right. So we've got a couple of. I've already got the word cards out. So the first card that came up is the Sun. So that's a nice, shiny, happy energy, right? Like that's pretty cool. That's giving me happiness, and I'm hearing peace and bliss, and you know, just fun in the sun sort of energy, right? Because this is a turning event. So this is a turning event that this energy is turning into, right? It's a sun energy. It's light energy, and somebody's going to be published. All right. Someone's going to be published, and it's going to be breezy. So this means easy, right? Breezy, easy. So somebody's going to publish something, and it's going to be easy. Everything's just going to unfold nicely, and there'll be no compromises. So compromises in reverse, because this is compromised, but it's reversed. So there's no compromises. It's going to be easy. You're going to be able to publish whatever it is you want to publish. And we've got no clones, so that means no cloning. So there won't be any copies. You know, like, I don't mean like copies of whatever's being published, but no copycats, okay? No copycats allowed. We've got transformation. I didn't see that before, but that's on top of the deck. And it's cause for celebration. So somebody can celebrate being the original. This is not a clone as well. Somebody's very authentic in their whatever it is they're doing. This is a turning event. They're going to be published. It's going to be easy, and there's going to be no compromises. So this is a really good read. Like, congratulations to whoever this is for. So with that, I'm going to pull out the Sacred Destiny cards, because this sounds like a destiny type read, right? I just heard cloudy. Something's cloudy. Okay, so what is it here, Spirit? So give us our sacred destiny for the collective. Ooh. Oh yeah, I've used some nice oils when I've shuffled my cards. The beautiful smell coming from the cards. So yeah, something smells good as well, right? Oh, and yeah, so I'm hearing like fresh bread. Somebody could be baking some fresh bread or something. We've got patience. It's because of somebody's patience. Somebody's very patient about something. Okay, so we've got, do we want to take all these ones? No, we're just going to take that one. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Patience. What else have we got here, Spirit? As they come, turning events, the sun. So this is because somebody has been very patient and diligent, because I did just see diligence. And this is why we've got this turning event here. Okay, so stand still. Someone says stand still. Stand still and take action. How does that correlate? Right, this is the patience. So the standing still, yeah, okay, this is coming up with turning events. So it's like standing still and then all of a sudden there's action. That's what the turning event is. So somebody's had patience, they stood still, they did as they were told by Spirit, right? Yeah. And now it's time to take action, okay? Take action and publish whatever it is you've got going on, right? Published. I heard accomplished as well. So somebody could be publishing their accomplishments, okay? Published and accomplished. Published. Potential. That's too many again. Published potential. Forgiveness, delight. I'm not going to take all these cards. I'm just going to take the potential one off the top, and I'm going to get some more. So we've got forgiveness here, and somebody is delighted. I can hear somebody saying, somebody meeting somebody, and it's like somebody saying, delighted to meet you. And this is going to unfold because of some sort of forgiveness energy. Healing the chaos. It could be something to do with the publishing, but it's in reverse. I think it's in reverse. I'm not sure whether I should take these cards in reverse. Let me see. Yeah, it's coming out in reverse. So something about the unhealed. Taking delight in the unhealed. Forgiving the unhealed. This is the forgiving of the unhealed. Protection. And then we have protection. Somebody, yeah, it's like forgiving the unhealed, and this could be bringing, delight, or this is the happiness. This is giving me this delight is giving me that sun energy, Somebody was patient with somebody, not being able to heal the chaos. This is okay. Protection. Somebody's protection from the storm. Somebody's protected from the storm. So somebody could be asking somebody forgiveness. And it's almost like a thank you forgiveness. It's like a thank you for being patient. This could be the person that was delighted for somebody to be patient with their unhealed chaos. And they may be offering like protection. Well, this is the spirit being, somebody was protected during a whole ordeal here of chaos. or somebody was like, you know, like the shelter from the storm. This tree is giving me the shelter from a storm, you know, like there's the lightning and thunder and rain and it's chaotic, and somebody was somebody's protection and shelter in a storm. I'm hearing that song. I'm feeling a bit of emotion now too. This is a road to enlightenment. So somebody's been enlightened of something. I was hearing that song. Yeah, what's that song? Shelter from the storm. You are my shelter from the storm. Something like that. Uncompromised. Uncompromised attention. Breezy. Seeing somebody's potential. I'm going to take these cards. This will be the cards. This is the cards. Alright. Wow. So, yeah, uncompromised attention. Published and accomplished. So we've got clone, no cloning, so there's no clone. This is totally original, right? There's nothing, whatever's got going, someone's got going on here, it is completely original. And it's going to be celebrated. Well, there's cause for celebration here, and it's to do with someone's transformation. Excuse me. We have the Hierophant in reverse just dropped out in front of me, so that I don't know, could be an organisation or something that's in reverse, or a religious leader, or I don't know, something like that, or you know, a cult leader. Excuse me. I wonder if we're going to get more rain today. It's all cloudy again. It was rain again all night last night. I went for my walk. It's really hard even going for a walk because there's just that much water everywhere. I have to try and stay up on the side of the hill to be able to walk because there's so much water running off the mountains. Okay, patience. Clarify patience in the sun. Sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. So yeah, because I had the Hierophant in reverse, and now we've got this group in reverse. And somebody had patience, maybe with an unholy group of people or something. Excuse me. Wow, that's funny how that came out. How I've seen that. Juggling in reverse. Turning events, stand still. Turning events. Let me see. Okay, this is coming out sideways. So, somebody, it was not a profitable, something was not, what is this? Something's coming into balance, right? That just laid in my hand underneath, and I just pulled it out from underneath the deck. That came out because the pentacles here, somebody did not do something for the money, right? But it's going to be balanced out. So that's the standstill. So the standing still was like the abundance. The abundance was like, it's like something being done in advance, like writing a book or something like that, doing something and this is what this total original something is not being cloned. It had to be cultivated, and yeah, so something was cultivated, but there was a big standing, so somebody was very patient, there was a very big standstill time in the events where, you know, it wasn't profitable, and it was like a gamble, basically. Somebody gambled on maybe writing a book, you know, taking the time. It was not profitable. It's like doing something because of the passion, not because they're being paid, getting money for, you know what I mean? It was something to do with this group of people in reverse, and but things are going to balance out, and this is when somebody takes action. Somebody still needs to take some action here with this turning events for this potential. The potential is to be published. Okay. But it will balance out, right? So once somebody takes some action, excuse my fingernails, I still got these orange ends on my fingernails. You see, because I'm not anywhere close where I can just go and get my fingernails done. So it's like, you know, I mean, they've been like that for ages, I know, but I don't, you know, like when I go to town as well, it's like I've got to go there and do only, I can only got time to like do my shopping and get things done, and then I've got to leave again because it's, you know, a big drive, you know what I mean? Okay, I don't know why I'm telling you that, but whatever. Okay, so the standstill to action. It was standstill, and now we're being called to action, right? And this is the turning event, the call to action something, action something collective. It's time. Action something. Clarify the action. Here we go. Someone's on the world stage. Wow. There'll be no heartbreak. Somebody's seeing somebody's potential. And it's going to balance out. So whatever somebody invested in, it's definitely going to balance out. All right? So have confidence. There is accolades. Right? And this is because somebody's seen potential in something and they ran with it. They invested in it. Ooh, somebody wants to invest in a partnership now. This is the published. Potential investment. Somebody's seeing the potential for whatever this is that's being published. Okay? And they want to partner up. They want to invest. Somebody wants to invest, collective. Wow. Well, because there's been a burden here. Somebody no longer in their head, or they're not going to jail or something. Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is like a no. Somebody's burdens may have been lifted here. They may want forgiveness. Clarify the forgiveness. Afternoon delight. Yeah. Afternoon delight. Somebody's in, this is like all the water flowing, right? This is the water flowing. This is like the big build up, you know, there's been a big build up, like this is like the big build up to the big storms, you know, like the water, because we're in like monsoon time now, like this is just raining and raining and raining, but it was the big build up, there was a big build up to it. Somebody had to go into hermit. And they could see something from afar. This is like shining a light on something, being a light shining, a star to follow, right? Somebody's shining a light on the star to follow, right? And this person's got abundance raining down. They're a star. Just give me all that waterfall energy. It's actually the sickle in this. Sickle, reaping what you sow. See, because I'm seeing the sickle, you know? It actually looks like a sickle and a star, right? It's reaping what one sows. And there's 7 stars. It's like there's one big main star and then there's 6 little stars. Somebody could have, like, I don't know, followers. This could be the followers. 6 followers. 1 star and then 6 followers. That may want forgiveness. There might be 6 people who want forgiveness for something. They're reaching for the stars. They want to reaching for the stars. Wow, interesting. And they're following the stars because there's a star. Following the star. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Cups. It was just slipping out. It was slipping out from underneath. Breezy. The star. It's like somebody might think somebody has just done something easily. The Hierophant. This is a leader of a group. This is a leader. Someone's got the key. I heard too enlightenment, and I'm seeing the aura from this energy here with all this light shining around this energy here on the top. This is a leader. Shiny energy, shiny star energy. And someone's got some loyal followers here. These 2 crows that are sitting down the bottom, this is like giving me bodyguard type energy. Wow. Somebody's got someone's back. Yeah, this is like somebody's got someone's back here. I got your back. Delighted. And they're delighted. They're delighted. We've got, so this could be somebody from the past is delighted, or people from the past are delighted about this, whatever. Yeah, somebody's got the juice, right? Like, I've seen this before, like, there's all these other energies here, like in these cups. See these roses in these cups? And then this one's got the yellow in it. This is a different juice. It's a different source. So somebody's cup is full of a different source. And like I said, there's no cloning. It is completely original. Whereas these ones are all the same, right? But this cup is different. It's got a different source. Yeah, so somebody's, yeah, there's the Sun card again, look. Somebody's side-eyeing somebody. It's like, how did you do that? It's like somebody's looking at somebody sideways. It's like somebody's looking at someone sideways because somebody just doesn't care. They're just like, look, this crow's just flying in here with their streamers, like, and didn't give a shit. And this horse here is looking at him like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, but this is where, like, everybody's, this is the source, though. That's what the source is. This, see how this bird is coming in with this red streamer? That's the source. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody didn't know somebody had it. Somebody didn't know that somebody had the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody didn't know that somebody had the secret sauce. And it looks easy. Somebody does something easily. They didn't know that someone had the secret sauce. And this is destiny, right? Because this is the destiny cards. That's what I was asking, Spirit, right? And that's the Wheel of Fortune. Because somebody's got the destiny card for the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Because yeah, and we've got a Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. It could be in regret. Oh, shit. This person. In the background, this Queen of Wands is always there. Could be Sagittarius terminated. Ooh. Temperance is in reverse, untempered. But there's no longer conflict with this person, whoever that is. Don't worry about that person. Uncompromised, healing the chaos. Clarify. This is somebody working in the chaos, right? Healing the chaos. This is like coming up with the secret source is within the chaos. Thank you, Spirit. So this is like there's always something that I've often spoken about is the calm in the chaos, you know, like being the calm in the chaos, being that, this is the light energy, right? Being the light in amongst the chaos. This is, and this is transmutation as well, you know, it's like taking chaos and calming it. You know what I mean? Taking the chaos and then turning it into something brilliant, turning it into the secret source. This is what it is, turning the chaos into secret source. Somebody thought it was weak, but somebody transmuted it. This is a transmutation of energy. Somebody thought it was weak, but the magician here transmuted the energy into like something powerful and become the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got stability here. And they turned the negative into a positive. This is the deception in the reverse. It was a deception, but it's been reversed here, and somebody's now got accolades and success. And somebody thought it was weak. There we go, the deception, this is the chaos, this is the calm from the chaos. Someone was holding back the illusions. Yeah, someone thought it was weak, it came out again. What can I say? The strength in reverse, the magician transmuted it into abundance. See, this person is solid. This is solid foundation. See that throne? It's taken a weak situation, transmuting it with the magician, having all the tools, into a solid foundation. Solid, this is transmutation. That's the deception that something was weak. Somebody transmuted weak energy and turned it into something solid, something strong, right? Yep, and it's abundant with the little rabbit there. Follow the white rabbit, right? This is following the star, there's the white rabbit. protection. No compromise here. Protection. Somebody's got uncompromised protection here by spirit. Oh yeah, the burdens. Someone's protected from the burdens. Moving to calmer waters. Oh yeah, because there's a whole lot of backstabbing going on. Yeah, but Spirit's saying, don't even worry about it because you're protected from this energy that's thrown a whole lot of ish and jealousy and nastiness and bitterness and, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, the collective is used to all that shit. We've got somebody's no longer in regret, or somebody's not regretting, tempering the chaos. Someone's not in regret from tempering the chaos. It was a burden, right? But somebody knew they were spiritually protected in this whole chaotic situation. Yeah, somebody's not in regret for this burden. They took on the burden, right, of the chaos, and they tempered it. They tempered the chaos. They're not regretful of that. Absolutely not. Now they're moving to calmer waters from all this shit. So now it's time to celebrate. Somebody's seen the potential. So this is the secret source was the chaos, right? That's turning it. Then with the turning event here, there was a standstill in the abundance, but now that's going to balance out. So clarify these 6 of Pentacles here, please, Spirit. There's a partnership. There's no more backs. Okay. Again, it's this transmutation of energy. So the Ten of Swords is now in reverse. So somebody has stopped. So it could have been like this whole group of people slinging swords to somebody, and now I'm getting like, I'm seeing like somebody like taking the swords out of someone, going, oh, sorry, and they're wiping the sword, wiping the blood off, and then trying to like pat over the. Somebody's taking the swords out of somebody and going, oh yeah, sorry about that, put that there, and you know, like. Somebody's trying to take back those swords, right? And now they want a partnership. They want to balance things out. Yeah, someone's made a decision to come forward. Somebody's moving quickly. It could be impulsively. They've made a judgment. Somebody's made a judgment. They could be moving impulsively. They've made a decision, or somebody's passionate. Made a judgment, or somebody's made a judgment about somebody's passion. Somebody made a judgment. Who's that card there? There's somebody's not. So there's devil energy here. Somebody's not communicating something. Could be about some authority figure, some authority. Somebody's made a decision, judgment, and with the authority here in reverse, somebody may be released from judgment. Somebody's being released from judgment. That's what I'm getting. So this is a celebration. To clarify the celebration, something's not over. Someone wants a new beginning. Something is going on in the dark with somebody's wand. I don't know about that. Somebody's got a guard up. Somebody's guarded and they're not communicating here. Somebody's not communicating something. Could be about maybe they're doing something in the dark. Justice. Or somebody's not juggling an Ace of Wands is in reverse. It's not over, but somebody's, I don't know what that is. But somebody's not communicating something. They've got their guard. So somebody's got their guard up and they're not communicating something. There is some sort of blockage in a communication here. Okay. I'll put those ones there. So something's not over in to do with something. Somebody may feel like they need to communicate something, but they've got some sort of blockage. Oh, I know, because you know, I had that hurt in the throat, right? And I woke up from that, like coughing. And I don't really get sick. I don't have any issues with, you know, colds or anything, throat problems or nothing. So I don't know what that was, but this is what it is. It's the blockage. Somebody's feeling they've got their guard up. Somebody's maybe wanting to express something, but they've got a blockage in their throat chakra. Somebody might need to do some throat chakra healing, right? Is that, I heard blue tourmaline, is that blue tourmaline? What is that? I'm not that knowledgeable on the crystals, but I heard blue tourmaline for the throat chakra. Is that correct? Somebody will tell me. Okay, so somebody was very, very patient here with a group of people that may have been like a bit of a burden on someone's. We've got good news here and a gift. So this is the good news coming in because somebody was patient. And this is the sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Don't take my sunshine away. We have a main female. Somebody's a main female. Collective. Number 2 is significant here. So clarify the 6 of Pentacles. So this is a balancing out. You know, somebody's pulled those knives out of somebody's back. Somebody's pulling some knives out of somebody's back that they may have placed because they have seen that somebody's got the secret sauce. Right? Yeah. How's that supposed to come out? Ooh, yep, we've got unexpected money. Something's balancing out with this unexpected money. Somebody wants to partnership. Somebody might want to celebrate. Or somebody feels like they've got no hope of being. There's a main male in reverse. A lot of money and an illness. This illness thing kept coming in. I don't know whether. I'm going to put these back in. I'll just show you though. I'm going to put these back in and shuffle it down because they're kind of stuck together. But we've got no hope of being a main male. Somebody might be feeling like they have no hope of being a main male because of an illness with money. Yeah, that's a blockage, right? A financial, someone's got a financial blockage because they may have a root chakra blockage. Somebody might need to be like eating some red foods, you know, strawberries, I don't know, anything red fruits, right? Somebody needs to work on their root chakra to clear their blockages. Somebody might need to cut some ties. Somebody might need to really do some root chakra healing here, and that will also heal the financials, because your root chakra is connected to your finances, right? Somebody may need to do some cord cutting with, I just heard a whole community. Has somebody been sharing it around with the whole community here? You know, that's the thing, and that will drain your finances. If somebody here's got financial issues, they could be have too many attachments in a community. Yeah, because we've got, look, the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups, and this is coming out with, you know, like the Pentacles, right? There's a big shift happening here, and that has to happen. And we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. That's cutting the cords. Somebody needs to cut a cords with all these people. Someone needs to be still, and they need to be going into hermit, isolation, cut the cords with a whole group of people, because it's drawing on their finances. It's sucking their energy, right? That's your root chakra. And yeah, so if somebody's sharing their like sexual energy with, you know, like more than one person, or like, you know, they're into groups, yeah, that'll suck on your finances. Your ability to, yeah, it'll draw on your ability to manifest. You need to cut those cords with all those people and do a cleaning, you know, cleansing, you know, abstinence, go without, right? It could be just one person that somebody's engaging in that is actually sucking on someone's energy. Somebody needs to be still, and, you know. Whereas somebody else has cleared a lot of energy here. Yeah. And that's why things are clearing. This is the turning of the events. Someone's got good news of a gift. And look, red rose. I was just talking about the red, right? The red rose is a root chakra gift. The gift of the rose. Yeah. Somebody's a healer right here. Okay? This might be what somebody is publishing. And here's the celebration. There's a whole group of people that somebody may have been able to, because this is also giving me the healing, you know, like this is the healing energy, the kundalini, you know, like the sim, what do they call that? What do they call it? And it's on all the medical, it's a medical logo. I can't remember what it's called. But it is awakening of the kundalini. It's getting all those chakras aligned up, right? And getting the flowing happening within, you know, like getting the energy flow through the physical body actually will actually, you know, if you get that flowing happening and you release all those blockages, you get an equal flow of energy back and forth with the two cups here. Because the flow goes from the root chakra up to the brain and comes back down again. And there should be a flow of the energies within the chakras of the body, right? You know, exercise and yoga and eating the right foods, and you know, like if you eat a lot of processed foods and stuff like that, which has a lot of preservatives, when you think about preservatives, right, they can cause blockages within the body because it preserves it in the body, right? And then people get overweight and, you know, all that kind of thing, and they have the blockages, or they can't shit, or, you know, whatever, you know, the problems in, you know, blood flow, cholesterol, all those kind of things. You know. So those things need to be cleared to get that, the flowing of the chakras happening properly through the body. Because if this is all blocked up down here, and a lot of that can happen through like sex magic, or, you know, like sexual abuse from childhood, and, you know, that can cause those blockages for somebody's whole life, right? Somebody's feeling some sort of difficulty in communicating this. Yeah, they've got a blockage. Somebody's got a blockage, and it's happening in the throat. It's communicating. It's about communication, speaking out. Yeah. Yeah. Or somebody doesn't want somebody to be speaking out. But it has to happen. It has to happen to get those flowing happening for everyone. There has to be those cords cut, right, on the root chakras for people to be able to heal properly. You know, like everything has to be expressed to be completely healed. Otherwise, it's like the blockage is still there, and that's going to affect people's finances and everything. They're going to be in lack. So somebody has to take action here to get the flow happening. So somebody has. They've cut the cord. Yeah. With the Three of Swords here in reverse. Yeah, look, there's a lot of flow here with this action. So somebody's got their flow happening because they've taken action. They've taken action to unblock those chakras. And with that, you know, I'm seeing like this is creating the flow, the ebb and flow of the tides, you know. It's the flow, there's no blockage, it's backward and forward. You know what I mean? It's that natural flow of things, and that actually works on your finances as well. Literally, right? So somebody's going to invest. Somebody wants to invest. So we've got our partnership here. Again, we've got that the heart chakra. Somebody might be wanting to. Somebody's feeling in the heart. Somebody's unblocking their heart chakra, because this also causes a blockage in the heart, right? Yeah, because your heart chakra is connected, well, it's connected to all your chakras, but your heart chakra is like directly also connected to your root chakra. That, you know, if your root chakra is blocked, your heart's going to block up as well. You know, it's going to block love. But now somebody wants to invest because they've got their Kundalini working, like there's the snake working right there. It's the flow, the flow up and down, you know. Somebody's getting the flow happening, and they want to invest in the flow. Oh, wrong way around. Okay. There's the potential. Somebody's seeing the potential to publish. Somebody wants to partnership, maybe publish something. Journal, I just seen journal. It was journey in reverse, but I seen it as it flashed a journal. Somebody might be publishing a journal. I've got forgiveness, clarify the forgiveness with the star. So it's been a long road, it's been a long road coming. This has been a long road for somebody. Hereford. This is spiritual alignment, occupation, not a false person, new beginning. Occupation, it's not false, and there's a new beginning. This is like I just heard a new star seed. So like a seed has been planted, like a new star seed. So, like star seed energies plant seeds, right? For new beginnings. That's the occupation. The occupation for somebody here, and somebody might be forgiving somebody because they might be realizing that somebody's been cultivating their seeds. I don't necessarily mean like cultivating, well yeah, but no, physically. What I mean by cultivating the seeds, it's like the occupation is like planting the seed in the mind, right? Not necessarily, physical, right? To have babies. But at the same time, yeah. But this is about somebody planted a seed a long time ago, right? In the minds of others. To forgive. For spiritual enlightenment. So the forgiveness comes too, to forgive those that have put the blockages in the first place, and forgiving the self for allowing those blockages to take place. So this is a seed to transformation, right? To enlightenment, to spiritual enlightenment, to raise the vibration of others, and that's what a star seed does, right? People think, oh yeah, airy fairy star seed type thing, but the star seed means, planting the seed of the star in the minds of others, that they can be that star, right? It's planting the seed of the star in the minds of the masses. This is right, and it starts with forgiveness of the self and forgiveness of others. Okay, so this is somebody's been enlightened to. This is the occupation. The occupation of the starseed is to plant the seeds in the minds of others, to grow. Okay? Somebody made it look easy, but it's not. So now somebody wants to invest. Right? Clarify the delight and the Six of Cups. Afternoon delight. Afternoon. Somebody's got the secret sauce, see? Somebody doesn't feel like it. Is that the way that's supposed to go out? How's that supposed to come out? No, that's enough, right? So somebody now, on somebody's journey, is now in the position of high honour. Because somebody's been seen, yeah, so this is the Wheel of Fortune is here. Somebody didn't know that somebody had the secret source, and now their journey has now brought high honour. because they had the secret source. Okay? This is the person that planted the seed. And again, this is what this is giving me with this little bird here and the flowers and the birds. It's like, it's cultivating the earth, right? It's cultivating the seed. Or cultivating the earth and planting seed, right? So you've got to cultivate the earth first and then plant the seed. So you've got to cultivate the minds of others to plant the seed in for their spiritual growth. You get it? I'm loving how this is coming out. It's awesome. So clarify the healing the chaos. So healing the chaos in reverse. So this is the cultivation period. And somebody's seen it as weak. Somebody's seen somebody who's weak and deceptive, but they didn't understand what was going on. That's just the way it is. Somebody was uncompromised. Yeah, somebody's seeing somebody's cultivation period as being bad luck. Okay, but it was a cultivation period. So we're not reaping at that time, we're cultivating at that time, right? So somebody's seeing somebody healing the chaos is in reverse. They didn't see it as profitable, they seen it as weak, but they didn't see somebody was a star seed and they were cultivating the earth at the time. Got it? So somebody was turning things over so that then they could plant the seed. You get it? Okay, magician. The magician. Collective. Somebody's not going to jail. So somebody's no longer in their head about this. Somebody could be not going to physical jail, but this is also somebody cultivating. Somebody's cultivating. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody's cultivated, it's coming out of their head. And planting a seed. Look at that. Somebody's coming out of cultivation and they're getting ready to plant a seed. And I'm also, because this is the Queen of Pentacles, so there's that little rabbit there too, right? The little rabbit might be ready. The little rabbit might be ready to plant a seed. We got success in love. So yes, this is the planting of the seed period, okay? This doesn't necessarily mean in the physical body, right? But yes, as well. But this is planting the seed in the minds of others. No compromise. Okay, protection. We've got spiritual protection that's been a burden for someone. Protection from the burdens. Clarify this, please. A house. So the tree, somebody was protection. Yeah, somebody was a tree for someone. Someone may not have had a house. It was a burden. There's no regret in the cultivation, the chaos, the conflict. So the conflict was tempered. Somebody had the tree from the storm, the shelter from the storm. I'm hearing, you are my shelter in the storm. What is the song? How does that go? You are the shelter in the storm, but there's a verse before that. Something like that. Clarify the Five of Wands, please. The conflict. Somebody's not in regret for the conflict or the illness is in reverse. So somebody's illness of lack or mindset, it's a mindset, right, of lack is now reversed. It's like the soil's been turned over, okay? So it was kind of violent, you know, like when you're digging in the earth and you have to turn shit over, right, and you have to air out the soil before you put the seed in. So this is what this is here, and somebody is not in regret for airing out that sword. Airing out the sword, I heard. What? Oh, it could have been that pulling out of the sword too. Yeah, somebody pulling out the swords out of somebody. Or somebody could have been. Wow, this is giving me like an image of yeah, somebody had a lot of grief and sorrow here about yeah, like a bad partnership. But this is giving me like, you know how you see the magicians and they put someone in a box and they put all these swords in, right? And it was like somebody was trapped with all these swords in the box. And then somebody's pulling them out, and it's like, it's a bit like turning the soil up and opening it up to plant the seed, but this is like stopping the blood flow, or it's something to do with the blood flow, and the sword comes out, and then somebody stopping the blood flow, stopping the bleeding, pulling out the, right, wow. So somebody could have had all their chakras like stabbed, right? And then when you pull the sword out, and they had to, somebody may have lanced it for someone, like it's something like that, like somebody lancing someone's wounds, pulling out the sword, which is the cause that was blocking someone and trapping them, right? It was the original sword that went in was the blockage for someone, and then somebody has pulled that's like the cultivation period. They pulled the sword out, and it let a bit of a blood flow, and then lanced it, like sealed the wound. But there had to be a little bit of blood flow, like old blood or something, and then they've stopped it, like, and healed the wound. And now we've got like the illness is in reverse. And this is the temperance here, tempering the chaos, like the battle with this Five of Wands here. And somebody's not in regret for going through that cultivation period, pulling the swords out for someone, and then lancing the wounds, and that's tempering the wound. Tempering the wounds. Stopping the blood flow. Well, it's not stopping the blood flow in the body, but, you know, like the leakage. Somebody had a leakage, and that's almost like giving me the leakage, which is also connected to someone's financial blockages, right? It's a healing process here. Temperance. This is cause for celebration. We've got a legal matter. We have a thief and a legal matter. The thief is in reverse. And this is coming under the healing of the wound. The thief is in reverse. We have a legal matter. Clarify the legal matter. There's no meeting. What does that mean? Somebody didn't meet a legal matter. There's no sad news. The sadness is in reverse. We have the official person, and we have a rich girl in reverse. Good Lord. no change, no expectation of death and grief. No expectation of death and grief. So somebody's not wishing ill will on somebody at this time. That's nice. There's no sadness here. There's nothing for somebody to worry about, basically. Yeah. So the celebration, let me pick these cards up and have a look at what's going on with the celebration. I think the celebration is going to be whatever is harvested once the seeds have grown, right? Like, let's have a look and see what has been harvested. We do have high honour here and the delight in an occupation. It's been a long road. Somebody has got pleasant news of a gift. And it looks like it could be a main female here. So clarify the celebration, please, Spirit. Oh, in court, a judgment, a celebration in a court or a judgment. Clarify the judgment, the expectation of a partnership. The expectation is the growth of the seed, right? It's going to bring abundance here. The expectation to remain female. Clarify. The main female. It's been a long road, right? To abundance. Wow. Anything else we need to know here, Spirit? So that's good news, collective. Oh, yeah, look. High honour. Look at that. Brilliance. Brilliance, I heard. Brilliance. Main male. This might be the expression that somebody needs to get out of their throat. Main male, clarify the main male. Clarify the main male. Somebody hasn't met this person yet. Who's this? Somebody hasn't met someone. The meeting in reverse. A new beginning. Child. Hang on. No, they were all stuck together. Let me try that again. Meeting in reverse. Clarify this. So somebody... There's a small child, which could be a new beginning. A marriage in reverse. A journey. So somebody could be actually getting a divorce and then planting a new seed somewhere else, going on a journey, planting a seed. Somebody could be leaving a marriage and planting a seed somewhere else. Well, this is the journey. Success in love. This could also be this business partner or, publishers or whatever that is. Or somebody's not married. Somebody doesn't have a partner. Somebody's not married. A meeting in reverse. Clarify this, please, Spirit. The meeting in reverse and the marriage in reverse. Or somebody could be seeing that somebody got an official person, a marriage. So there could be some sort of official person, a military person, or officer of some sort. This could be somebody that somebody hasn't met yet. Somebody's single. And they may want to go on a journey with someone. something's not over. Or this could be no sad news about a house in reverse and a funeral in reverse. So there's no sad news about a loss of a house. Somebody might have lost a house. An ending in reverse. No change. I don't know what this is. No change, no ending in the loss of a house. No change, never ending in a loss of a house. Over and over and over again. Losing, loss of a house. Don't know about you, collective, but that's happened to me a lot of times, you know, like over and over and over again, losing a house. But not sad. It's like part of the growth. It's a bit like turning over the dirt, you know what I mean? You have to keep cultivating. It's something like that. But what is the change in reverse? No living room. No change, no living room. No marriage, no change, no living room. Just movement with the journey here. Constant movement. Having to repeat with the small child here. And move, journey, move, journey. So somebody's not met their main male yet, or they haven't settled. This is somebody who hasn't settled. Clarify the military person here. A rich man. Somebody's not settled for a rich man, or not met someone yet. Rich man, good lady. We've got a rich man and a good lady here. So this rich man could be like an official person of some sort. They're not married, may not have met them yet. Clarify the meeting in reverse. Occupation. So this is to do with work. And the gift. Okay. We have a thief in reverse. We've got occupation. We've got the gift, hope of a gift. The hope of the gift could be the seed, the small child. There's no murky thoughts or illness here. And want of profit. Somebody's not a false person. So somebody could be maybe paranoid about someone having murky thoughts and being about, you know, this is somebody's work, right? This could be somebody thinking that somebody's going to give them grief, probably because of, the losses and the losses and the losses, and this having to recultivate all the time, having to keep moving, and this, you know what I mean? And not being planted because having to keep going to find new ground and cultivate to plant the seed, but then have to move again and then cultivate because, so somebody, and so this could have made somebody think that because it kept happening over and over again, somebody's could be paranoid that, you know, they're going to get ripped off or something. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like taken for a ride, or, yeah, this is to do with work, okay? And not being profitable. So it's like having to recultivate all the time. But Spirit's saying, no, this is not a false person. Got a legal matter. It's legal. Something is legal. There's no prison and grief here. So we've got a poor girl and the good Lord is with someone here in partnership. Spirit is behind someone here. It's not his thoughts about this good news and expecting money. Somebody's not expecting money. That's what I'm hearing. So yes, so somebody could be, you know, like paranoid that somebody was going to take from them again, because this seems to be something that's happened over and over again. You know, the cultivation period kept repeating itself and not actually getting the seed in the ground. You hear what I'm saying? That was why this healing and chaos is in reverse. And the weakness. It's where the cultivation had to be kept being revisited. But there's no regrets in that. It's like it's almost had to be like, because there's no regret here with this burden. It was almost like lessons that needed to be learned, and this is where this has come from, with the high on it. It's like something that needed to happen to get to this main female, lot of money expectation in the court judgment. It's like somebody had to get to this period of process to be able to make the correct judgments. You see what I'm saying? It's like something had to be repeated and repeated and repeated for somebody to be able to learn the lessons to make the correct judgments in a situation for whatever this is being celebrated. So this is whatever's being published, and you know, this is the turning of the event. This is the last turnover for the seed to be planted, and then it's cultivated. Yeah, and then it's you know, and then there's growth. Yeah. So now it's the time for action with the seed growth, the growth of the seed. You hear what I'm saying? So somebody's planted the seeds now, they finally cultivated, they finally got to the last sword is what I'm hearing. You know, like with the 10 swords in someone, and that person was taking the swords out and then they were healing them up. It's like the last sword's been taken out and healed for now to be able to, you know, put the seed in that last cultivated, or put that healing on that lance, that last sword wound. You know what I mean? To learn. So the last lesson was learnt. To now be able to reap what someone was sown. So here we have the reaping with all this abundance, water falling down. You know what I mean? There's the sickle. You know, somebody's reaping the stardom and the high honour. It's been a long road for a main female. This is the expectation of judgment. All right? All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Maybe we just get a little message of from our goddesses here, blessed by the goddess, just to finish off the read, we'll just get a little message here, okay? Okay, what do we got from our goddesses? A message to close out this reading, please. Holy Spirits. Astarte. Astarte? Astarte. Within you there is power, and yet you hold back its fullest expression within the world. The Middle Eastern Astarte releases you from any inhibition around the use of your power. It is safe and blessed for you to be mighty. So this is, being the full you. Be everything you are, right? And don't be apologetic about it. Okay? Be everything that you are. Shakti. This Hindu divine mother lifts you when you fall, cradles you when you cannot go on, and sends you forth when it is time to move forward. Know that Shakti watches over you, for you are beloved. So I'm going to leave that right there, okay? So, please like, share and subscribe. That was a beautiful message. I really loved that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.